Welcome to Trend Flow, your daily source for breaking news and trending stories that matter. I'm your host, bringing you today's most talked about topic. A shocking revelation has come to light, as a Canadian man currently in ICE custody claims he had no idea he'd be targeted, thinking the agents were only after serious offenders. What's even more astonishing is that this man's case has sparked a heated debate about the reach and priorities of U.S. immigration enforcement. The Canadian man, who wishes to remain anonymous, has been living in the United States for several years, and his story has gained significant attention, with over 7,000 people engaging with it online. As he navigates the complex and often intimidating world of immigration law, his statement has raised important questions about the perception of ICE's role and the reality of their actions. It's clear that many people, like this Canadian man, assume that ICE is primarily focused on deporting individuals who pose a significant threat to public safety. However, the reality is that ICE's mandate is much broader, and their agents have the authority to detain and deport anyone who is in the United States without proper documentation. This has led to a growing sense of unease among immigrant communities, who feel that they are being unfairly targeted and that their lives are being disrupted by the threat of deportation. The Canadian man's case is just one example of the many stories that are emerging about the human impact of ICE's enforcement actions. As the debate around immigration policy continues to simmer, the Canadian man's story has highlighted the need for greater clarity and transparency about the role of ICE and the priorities of the U.S. immigration system. Many advocates for immigrant rights argue that the current system is overly broad and that it fails to distinguish between individuals who pose a genuine threat to public safety and those who are simply trying to build a better life for themselves and their families. The Canadian man's case has also raised questions about the use of discretion by ICE agents and the factors that influence their decisions about who to detain and deport. The issue of immigration enforcement is complex and multifaceted, and it's clear that there are no easy solutions. However, as the Canadian man's story continues to unfold, it's likely that it will contribute to a growing conversation about the need for reform and the importance of creating a more just and equitable immigration system. The fact that this story has resonated with so many people online suggests that there is a deep-seated desire for change and a recognition that the current system is not working as it should. As the Canadian man's case moves forward, it will be important to watch for developments and to consider the implications of his story for the broader debate around immigration policy. The fact that he thought ICE agents were only focusing on criminals and murderers suggests that there is a significant gap between the public's perception of ICE's role and the reality of their actions. This gap has the potential to erode trust in the immigration system and to create a sense of uncertainty and fear among immigrant communities. That's all for today's story on Trend Flow. If you found this information valuable, hit that like button to support our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a trending story. Drop your thoughts in the comments, I read every single one. What do you think about this story? Let me know below. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious. This is Trend Flow, signing off.